Welcome to Run It Back Philly. DJ Eastwood doesn't need your motherfucking intro.
What's up, my people? Listen, if you missed the stream last night, here's a clip from it. Can the Sixers actually trade Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons and get something in return? And also, after 2 months of lockdown, after the BS that I was dealing with, the copyright infringement BS and all that stuff, I'm not really back in the YouTube algorithm. The views aren't there. The streams and the videos aren't getting pushed like they were. I got to get back in there. So what I need you to do is smash the like button on the video. That helps me get back in the algorithm on YouTube and start getting my videos and my streams pushed. And also, if you have notifications enabled and you're not getting them, please go into the settings, uncheck notifications and recheck notifications, because people are hitting me up every day now telling me they're not getting the notifications for the videos. So not only did I get screwed for 2 months, I'm still getting screwed. So do your part and help your boy out, and check out the clip with Romp and RB, Sixers Takeover Podcast. Peace.
I'm starting to think it might not happen. And
I agree.
At that point, you guys are going to hear some loud criticism from all of us. Like, I will not let this one go. Let's just say that. But Seth with the $5 super chat, think we need to see what we can get for 2.5, then go from there when we see how the team performs with new player or players. Who knows? I'm actually going to side here with Seth. I agree with him 100%. Obviously, these rumors come out. If you're just tuning in and you don't know what the heck we're talking about today, it was reported that 2.5 and Tobias could be in a potential trade together, maybe going to 2 different teams in a 3-team trade. This is getting reported, though, from Windhorse, okay? And we kind of know, like, what type, where his mind is at. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But let me just get your guys' thoughts on those initial rumors. I'm just going to say it. I think it's complete bogus. I really do. I don't see a way that we package $70 million in a deal. And I also don't think that you can just trade 2 of your highest paid 3 players and just go like that with the season we're having right now. What do you guys think about that?
I think it would have to be like a 4-team deal. I mean, you definitely can't get anybody to take both of those contracts together with the lack of production. That's just ridiculous. Like, yeah, sure, we'll pay $350 million for a guy that averages 17 points and a guy that quit. Like, who's going to do that? No, nobody's going to do that. But if you can work out something, the Tobias one is the one that I just don't even think it's possible at his age. And it's like, he is who he is. He's not going to be better than he is. He's not going to improve. He has absolutely no value at all with that contract. At least you can sell Ben Simmons on certain things, certain intangibles, outside of shooting. But Tobias, I really just think you're going to have to attach a first-round pick and get an expiring contract back or something like that, because you're not getting anything for him.
Do you think that would be worth it though? Like, I don't even think that would be worth it at this point. I don't think it would be worth it trading
to get rid of Tobias. I don't think he's doing anything that a lot. You can find players that do what he does all over the place. We had George Niang is a better stretch 4 than Tobias Harris. I'm so over it. I just don't understand what he actually does that's good enough for it to be that valuable.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I think in my mind that, we know he's not worth that contract. See, people hold him to this higher standard. I know he's going to give us 18 to 20 a night. That's literally who Tobias is. And he has been struggling all year. And you had the whole thing going on. But my thing is like, are you going to trade? Like you pretty much just said it yourself. What can we really get back for 2.5 right now? Right. So in addition to that, what can we get back for Tobias Harris? So if you trade both of them, all I'm saying is like, where's this team going to be at in a couple months?
You still have Joel Embiid, and then you have a lot of cap space instead of paying players that aren't contributing. I mean,
you got to get players back though.
You do got to get players back, or after the trade deadline, the buyout market or whatever it is, who knows? But
I'm not like disagreeing with you. I'm just like posing the question. Like I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. So
it sucks that there's not really a plan. It doesn't feel like there's one. It's almost like you got to just cut bait and then try to put it all together real fast.
Yeah. Ron, what do you think about this whole thing?
I think the Kings are the team where we could get them, like, we could fleece them, as they say nowadays. Because they're just a dumpster fire right now, but they have talent on that roster. Like, they should actually be like a decent team. They just suck for some reason. They have a lot of young talent on that roster though. So I want to make a deal with the Kings. I don't know if we can give up, Tobias and Ben Simmons in that deal. I don't think they would do that, but they might because they're the Sacramento Kings, and they might like trick themselves and think, oh, Tobias is this great veteran leader. We need to change the culture, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they'll be like, oh, we have to get Ben Simmons because, no one's going to Sacramento in free agency. Let's be real. So it actually kind of makes sense for them to take a chance on Ben Simmons. That's the one team I'm looking at, and I'm like, make a deal with them because we could roast them and toast them. But my thing with Tobias is I feel like he thinks he deserves that contract, and he plays like he should get as many shots as he does. It's like, dude, sometimes just get the ball and pass it. Quit trying to force the issue because most likely it's going to go wrong like it has so many times this year. It's so annoying to see him do the same thing and just miss easy layups and just be a ball stopper.
That is, do you think he needs to? I mean, do you really think he thinks he's worth that contract? That sounds kind of crazy. I mean, you would
Yes,
think
I
he'd
do.
be realistic enough to know, like, okay, I was only ever barely a 20-point per game scorer. I was never an all-star. I'm not worth $180 million.
No, but if you watch him play,
Yeah,
he
he thinks he's
takes
the man.
shots like
Yeah.
he is a superstar. And if you notice, every time he misses, he blames someone else. He's always arguing with the refs. He's always flailing his arms like, I got fouled. It's so annoying. That's the things that piss me off about Tobias. I like him as a person, but as a basketball player, I hate him so much. He's so annoying.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Because the thing that I've been saying to people who, are on the trade everybody train, like, let's just get what we can. You guys made a good point about him, like, feeling like he's in demand, like he has to be the guy each night. My thing is, if you go out and trade for another player, right? You got Maxey, who can obviously score 25 a night if he wants to, and if he's put in the right position. Then if you get, say, another score back, maybe a wing player, can Tobias take like that backseat role? I think that would be perfect for him to kind of be like the fourth option on this team. Now, obviously, Doc Rivers, ego-wise, would that actually happen? But I just don't view it feasible as the Sixers clearing up $70 million of cap space like that in the next month. I'm starting to get worried they don't even trade one of these guys. But like, can Tobias take like a backseat role, not have to take 14 shots a night? You know what I mean?
Listen, if they somehow would pull off like a 4-team trade and land Jaylen Brown, then Tobias Harris has no choice but to take a back seat. I mean, that would be quite obvious. But it's, again, if he has the ego that Romp is saying he has, maybe it's hard to get him to take a back seat. But he lived so much off of Ben Simmons sprinting down the floor and kicking it back out, like so much, not just wide open shots, but just getting him downhill, and he would catch the ball and the defense would be retreating, and he would already. It wasn't this like stand around ISO. It was, even though it was so annoying to watch Ben do it all the time, Tobias Harris was always the guy behind him that caught the ball at the 3-point line. He's set him up so much, and without Ben, it's like Tobias Harris ISO is just hard to watch.
I'm gonna have to agree, but also disagree with that. I feel like people leave out one point when they bring that up. I think the point that they leave out is that, again, without Ben on the floor, Tobias feels like he has to do more on offense. Like last year, obviously, 2-5 wasn't a threat to shoot or anything like that, but he could get downhill and get to the basket, and they were at least looking at him on the floor inside the 3-point arc. But now it's like it's like these better defenders are on Tobias. He doesn't look as athletic against them. And again, I feel like it's just this mentality, and I feel like Doc is feeding into it. He's like just letting him go out there and try to be like this 15 shot a game type of guy, which he's not. But that's just kind of how I feel about it. What do you think, Rob?
I agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like Tobias just kind of thinks he's way better than he actually is, and that's why he tries to force things. I always see Doc like actually yelling at him. And Doc usually kind of just sits back and is like, oh, let Joel Embiid just carry me. So, dude, our team, we don't even have coaches. Let's be real. It's literally just Joel Embiid doing whatever the hell he wants to, and that's how we're winning. Like, you got